Okay, so it's very crude. I'm sorry, this is really crude looking, man. Anyway, crude interpretation of using the rectangular steel tubing, right? So we got the three arms on here, right? Ideally, okay, the problem milling the stuff that the labor spit on the metal work, right? I mean, the ends on this when they come into me like this, right? I can clean up these edges here because they're like very rough, very sharp, nasty little edges. I can clean them up in a sandblaster, easy enough. If I had a piece, okay, theoretically speaking, right, get a piece that, a plastic piece designed to fit these corners here, right? So both these corners, like maybe a curved shape, right? Have two LEDs coming out of the curved shape here. And then down on the end, we would have to have end caps also. And we would have enough room for a charging port and an LED on each arm, I do believe. In worst case scenario, charging port on one, LED on the other. But I think we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 with the charge port available on either side. Okay, we only need one. The circuit board here does slip into here. Circuit board slips into the centerpiece, no problem, right? That slides right in there. The battery, once the edges are cleaned up, slides in here nice and easily, right? I mean, it goes, I mean, it just barely doesn't fit there, but, oh, there we go. It does go, actually. And I haven't cleaned the edges up on that. So it slides in just barely. So we got the issue of two issues going on here. On the top side here, right, we have the antenna. We want the antenna sticking out a little bit into the plastic area so we don't have the Faraday cage effect, right, when we block all the signal, right? I mean, metal encased, right? So, we'll be grounded at that signal. So we do need the antenna sticking out into the plastic connector piece here in the corner, plus two LED hookup, arm hookups. Same on this side here. The wiring can be all connected. It would really be cool if it was possible to make some kind of an adjustable setup here so that both arms could like adjust out like this or adjust in like this if it was a skinnier post setup, right? So depending on the diameter of the post that holds the lift plate, if it was possible to make a plastic connecting piece to do all this stuff, connect from here to here, here to here, two arms here, right? The adjustable slide, right? On the bottom end, an arm and an arm with lights on them, plus a charging port on one side or the other. I mean, the rectangular steel tubing is not expensive. It is not expensive. It's all the millwork that gets involved with going with the metal case that's been killing me from the beginning. And as you can see here, my interpretation on this was, pretty damn crude, right? I mean, I just used some flexible, like steel strap with holes into it, the plumber's tape, they call it, I believe, right? Anyway, I tack welded that on both sides here. So all these 4 points here, tack weld, tack weld, tack weld, tack weld. The arms go through the little holes that are there in the plumber's tape. Really crude looking. Let's see. I don't know. It's just a thought. I mean, the stuff here will take. I mean, it went almost to 4 tons, which almost 8,000 pounds before it started to buckle. When we tested it on a press with a gauge, right? It easily held 3 tons, so 6,000 pounds, no stress or buckling at all. Right around 7,000 pounds it started to buckle, but stuff's strong enough. So it's an option that if we could do some kind of an adapter piece to conjoin the 3 separate pieces here, that may be the most efficient way to go. And truly, the rectangular housing for the automotive purpose that I need, it'll hold any kind of weight. You could put like a car with a pin trail. You could set it across these two pieces here like that, right? I mean, anyway, I tested that out at the shop. It works, no doubt. I know for a fact that if this piece here was the pin trail, and you had this laying on one of those flip style hoists, right, where it flips up, I mean, you could put the pin trail right on here, and the pin trail is super thin. We know that. It's like, like quarter inch, right? It'll ride right across like that, and this stuff will not buckle. It will not bend. And then, of course, magnetized would be nice because when you flip the flip style lifts, right, they flip to about, it's about 105 degrees on a flip, right? So they're just riding a little bit of a backward. Instead of being straight up and down, they're like this, We need the LEDs coming up on the side, right? We need the LEDs coming up on the side so that you can spot it, right? That's why we still need the flexible arms in place for that. And let's see, it's late at night. I'm very tired, so this probably rambled on a little bit too long. I think that gives you the gist of the idea that I was talking about with this. I think this would be the last option to look at. And I'd love to see what your engineer thinks about this idea before we move forward with the rest of the money and getting everything going, right? But, honestly, the rectangular tubing could work. And if I wanted to get a wider piece like I was talking about without the U shape, just a rectangle or square, I'll bet I can find that out there cheap enough, you know what I mean? And that would be a whole nother thing. But again, it would be looking at just making plastic end pieces that to finish off the device, right? I'll let it go at this for now, and I will talk to you soon. Sorry for being so intermittently responsive.